The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game is the game that introduced me to the beat-em-up genre, and I've been a fan of that genre ever since. I remember playing the arcade machine in 1989 for the first time when I was 5 years old, and with the NES version coming out a year later, the game still remains one of my favorite memories. Based on the 1987 animated series with the same name, TMNT the arcade was released during a time when the Ninja Turtles were at peak popularity. I vividly remember going to several arcades as a small child and always seeing the machine just absolutely swarmed by other players, especially since this game has up to 4-player co-op. The goal of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game is to stop the Shredder, his henchmen, and the Foot Clan from taking over the world. You will have to rescue both April O'Neil and Splinter during this game, all while battling anything that comes towards you on the side-scrolling stages. There is also so much variety when it comes to what you'll face in this game. Foot ninjas come in various colors, and each color of ninja has their own moves. There are some pretty big differences between the arcade version and the NES port. The biggest difference that always stood out to me is that while the NES port has every stage from the arcade cabinet, the scenes have been extended significantly, plus the NES version has 2 brand new stages. The snow stage is pretty cool, as it has these bouncing snowmen, and if enough damage is dealt to them, it reveals their true identity. Along with a new and exclusive boss named Tora, the stage is pretty fun. The second new stage is the Dojo stage, and it too has some unique enemies exclusive to the NES port. There are some different style ninjas, but the enemies that always stood out to me are the white tigers that appear from the walls. You'll fight a new boss at the end called Shogun, and while he has a really neat design, he's pretty hard. The only other change of note is that instead of fighting Bebop and Rocksteady simultaneously at the end of a stage, you get to face off against the Mutant Fly version of Baxter Stockman. Aside from some other small changes, the NES and arcade versions are nearly identical, and while I appreciate the voice lines, the better graphics, and sound of the arcade, I always prefer the NES port. Thankfully, these games are easier now than ever to play with the Cowabunga collection that's available on PC and most consoles. Seriously, if you've never played these before, you should definitely check them out, and hopefully you'll love these games as much as I do.